No.
Do you have another trip planned?
December 4th, we're leaving here, and we plan to do quarterly runs. And noticing all the way across country, man, it was Arizona. There was an Indian reservation. We wasn't looking for this. We so happened to be getting gas there, and we noticed this Indian reservation. Man, look at them folks. They need help, too. Let's go a little bit deeper. And we went over there, and how much help they could use. We lined up in El Paso, and we wind up in some area there, and we look at it. That's, man. And, the driving, you think and get creative. And I was thinking about, man, shoot, you don't have to go out of the country to help anybody. Right. You can just go right here in the United States. There's plenty of work
our own
here.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, you go down the street.
It's interesting, a lot of the work that you're doing in providing this support and help for these people is, a lot of us think this, where's the government in this? And I know one of your writings from that you sent out from there talking about the group you were working with, hands-on, and kind of coming up with creative solutions to helping people that aren't, the typical what we expect. And it's empowering and inspiring to hear your story about if anyone can help them. What your daughter says, you can. When you were there, Paul, let me ask you a question. Who else was there with you? Where did you had a group of people who were volunteers who came together from where?
Hands-on Gulf Coast, the group that I was working with in Biloxi, had a base camp that had anywhere from 80 to 120 people there any given day. New people would come in every day. People would leave every day, so it was constantly turning over.
Right.
And those people were from all over the country. Every state in the union was represented by people there. It was the most amazing thing. You met people from everywhere.
Except for FEMA.
Yeah, except from FEMA. That was an interesting. FEMA and the government response was a very frustrating reality down there. And what gives you a great deal of faith is that people give of their lives and give of their time. There were people there that were on honeymoons, people there that had a week vacation from work and came down and spent their entire week, and by the end of that week, they were already planning their next, how soon they could take more time off to come back down there. It's a truly amazing experience.
How much time did you spend there?
I was there for about 5 to 6 months.
And you're back now?
I am back now.
And now what? Because you left the job to go help. Now what do you do?
I am back in town figuring out what I'm going to do next. I will probably continue to do humanitarian work. I want to, my background is doing project management work. I'm hoping to be able to work in disaster response, relief, or humanitarian work and do the same type of thing that I was doing down there, but be able to support myself doing it as well. Who knows what will happen, but it was such a phenomenal and life-changing experience to be able to get down there. And you can, no matter how many images that you see on the television or in the papers or read or hear about, it doesn't begin to represent what you actually see when you go down there. As Curtis knows, when you go down there and you see the devastation, and you see the lives that have been touched by this, and you go in and you see people in the FEMA parks and the trailer parks and what they're trying to deal with, and the people that don't have anything and don't know where to go, people that don't have the resources. It's a truly amazing thing, and also such an incredible thing. It makes one feel so alive and such a great humanity to be able to help these people. And they would come as soon as when we were in Biloxi, if they would see you with a hands-on T-shirt, people would come up and shake your hand and hug you and say you've made such a difference in their lives. And there is nothing as wonderful as being able to have that feeling.
So if somebody from Santa Cruz, say, wanted to change their life and go do this for a while, how would they get connected?
A week. It's the most incredible experience. I suggest you go to handsongulfcoast.org. And they'll put you will put you in touch directly with them. They accept volunteers all the time. They're always looking for people. You live in a communal situation there. They give you a free place to live. They're bunk beds. You can pitch a tent. I lived in basically a tent for 6 months.
So if you're relatively able-bodied, you can just go and they'll put you to work.
They
and
have
you can
things
serve.
to do for every type of skilled, unskilled, anything. Right now, they've shifted into the rebuilding phase, and that's a little bit trickier, but there's still house gutting, there's still demolding work, there's all sorts of types of work. We were tutoring kids, rebuilding parks, all sorts of things.
So, and Curtis, you're going back on the 4th of December. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
they can get a ride with me.
you can hop in.
We'll take you right
We'll
there.
take them. All right, and you'll be at the
December
town
4th.
clock collecting. What sort of stuff do we need?
Bicycles, baby toys, brand new baby clothes. That right there, just if you could bring
That's
just
it.
that'll be fine. Bicycles are for the people, they're out in the boonies, and they just
They
need
need to get to
transportation to get work.
All right.
FEMA
Excellent.
took away one of the buses that used to be there.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
the bus
you guys
lines
both.
aren't working like they were.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first time you guys have met. Do you see right?
It is.
You guys hadn't connected before this.
No?
So would you both, is it safe to say you guys are both changed individually by this experience
Yes.
and what you've seen?
No question
Totally.
about it.
Totally. And just the experience of all the peoples all over the United States coming together like that, black, white, yellow, green. Man, the diversity of working with all these different people was just a real life changing. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
So I came from I had a rough start coming out. And then this just opened my eyes to embrace every human on this earth.
It makes the country and the world a much smaller place.
Yeah.
The humanity that was involved down there, the people that went through such incredible suffering, and all the people that came down there to help. It gives you new hope and faith in the world. It's no question about a life-changing experience. And volunteerism in your own community or in another community, it doesn't matter. Volunteerism is one of the most wonderful and most rewarding experiences anybody could have, anytime, hands down.
When you can just let go and don't worry about it. Don't worry about getting paid.
That's
Let it go.
That's right.
Right.
It's a
And
wonderful
you'll be-
thing.
It's an inside thing for me.
We work 12, 14-hour days, 6, 7 days a week. Best work I ever did. Most fulfilling, most wonderful experience. Doesn't matter. You just get up and you do it, and it's all good. It's wonderful. Who needs money? Wait.
Wait a second.
Never mind.
There's a lot of people down there who could use some.
Use some money.
But you guys are both heroes. Thank you so much
you.
for your
Well,
service.
thank you.
And December 4th road trip, if anybody wants to go along.
I highly recommend it.
Would you do
It'll
it
be
again?
A life changer. Oh,
In a minute.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Right.
No
So-
question about it. I will do it again.
You will. Curtis,
question.
the website is followyourheartactionnetwork.com.
FollowYourHeartActionNetwork.com.
And the organization you helped with was...
HandsOnGulfCoast.org, or there's also a HandsOnNewOrleans.org.
Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you both for being here and sharing your stories, and best of luck with your work in the future and everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.